So hi all. Yesterday we had discussed about lambda expression and functional interfaces. So what is functional interface? Functional interface is nothing but the interface which contains one abstract method and a number of default and static methods. So SAM, we can call it as a single abstract method SAM. That interface we can call it as a functional interface. And we discussed about annotation at the rate functional interface annotation. What is the purpose of that? To define, to make that interface have only one abstract method. So it will check that rule. If you are adding that annotation means it will check that rule. This interface should contain only one abstract method. And if you are adding any other abstract method means it will throw compilation error. So this interface should have only one abstract method like that. And next, lambda expression means lambda expression. It is an anonymous function. Anonymous means no name, no return type, nothing. So mainly why we are using lambda expression to implement the functional interface, particularly to invoke the that abstract method. Not it will not invoke a default and static method. Why? Because abstract method doesn't have body. We are implementing in other class and we are adding our logic there. So default and static methods have logic inside the interface itself. So I will show you that one. Yesterday we discussed only abstract method and one example I will show you with static and default method also. So I am giving here name as a functional interface example. Here I will create one method. First method is the abstract method. For example, my method name is task. So no return type. So abstract method. Now I will create a default method. Public. How we can create default method? By using default keyword. Public void. So no return type. So my method name also default method I am giving and method body. So I am from default method. Just here I am not writing any logic to check this when we are calling this method is invoking or not. Need to check just in the sysout I am doing that line. So we will increase the complexity of the coding also day by day. So yesterday also we saw small programs only. Today we'll increase little more complex. Then day by day we can increase. We will work with the real-time examples also. Then how to define static method? By using static keyword. Return type method name. This is what I am from static method. So what I am doing, I am adding some other default and static methods. Just I am changing the method name. Then error will resolve. So here I will add that functional interface annotation. Now I will try to add another abstract method, then it will throw the compilation error. The name is send. So invalid functional interface. So it will become normal interface. When it will allow, so it will allow this one. So here my Java version is 17. If it is a 7 means this methods also it won't allow. So this is the example of functional interface. Then we can test this one. So you can create like this only. You can create one class as a interface, other class for testing. Then you will not get confused. In the same class, same interface, people will do. Here they will create interface. Then below itself, they will create class and they will add the main method. Then they will invoke. So you may get confusion. Make it as a separate interface and a separate class. So test functional interface. I need a main method. So here for abstract method, how can I write the lambda expression? So my interface name is functional interface. So like similarly, I am creating how we are creating object the similar way. Instead of new keyword, we are going to use here lambda expression. If we are using new keyword means it will create a anonymous inner type. So we are not going to follow that approach. We will use a lambda expression here. So syntax of the lambda. Now here we no need to, because our method not having any parameters also. Just
Excuse me, ma'am. I have a
yeah.
small doubt.
Mm,
I know you have written the lambda expression, right?
mm.
In that middle arrow mark, right side arrow mark, is there any shortcut to create that one? Or else we need to create just type minus and right side arrow mark. That is the
No,
only.
no shortcut. You have to type only manually.
Okay, thank you. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Here I will give I am from abstract method. So I am from abstract method. Then I need to call that one. Which one task is the abstract method. Then it will invoke this one. And here it is the logic for that. If it is a single line statement, we no need a flower brackets as well. If we have parameters, we can pass that data type also we no need to pass. For example, yesterday we saw so addition. Here integer only, because already this lambda expression, especially we are using to invoke the abstract method only. So that interface will contain one abstract method. Then by defaultly internally JVM will take care this one. Well, compiling time, Java compiler will take care which data type they are passing. So it will take care. We don't need to add here int like that. So we will run first, then we can call other methods also. So it's working as expected. Then other methods how we can invoke by using this reference. We can call so default method. So similarly other methods also. Static Here, how can I call static method? You can see it's showing a static method. How we will call static method?
By using class name, sir.
So remember those points. For static method, no need object. Can call directly. You can see static method 1 and static method. So run as a Java, some compilation error, run as a Java application. So is it clear? Functional interface, then how we can implement a lambda expression. If it is clear for everyone, if you have any doubts, you can ask. We can continue further. So
Yes, sir. Clear, sir.
I will give you this one. You can practice later. Yesterday's homeworks everyone completed. And then next we will start. We have some predefined functional interface. So this is Java will provide some functional interface. So here why we are using interfaces, abstract classes, concrete classes. Concrete classes means normal classes. Why we are using means mostly if you take any framework, for example, you take collection framework, these have lot of methods. So that those are the commonly used methods. We can reuse those methods. So similarly, any framework, they will uh, develop that framework by using interfaces, abstract classes, and then concrete classes. This hierarchy will follow any framework. In this framework, they will provide commonly using methods. Common using methods they will include, and they will reuse that methods whenever they required. So for that purpose only, they will create these interfaces, abstract classes. They will add common behaviors. So we will see that one while we are working with the stream API. I will show you a collection hierarchy. First one is the interface, then abstract classes, then we have list set. These also interfaces. So we will see that hierarchies in while working with the streams. Now we are going to discuss about predefined interfaces. So predefined interfaces in Java 8 are functional interfaces, all are this. So first one is the predicate. So we can the heading here, built-in interfaces or predefined interfaces. So next one is the supplier, consumer. Next function. Next by function. So by consumer, we have so many things, but we will discuss these 5 or 6 functional interfaces we will discuss. I will show you in the code also. We have a lot of predefined interfaces. but these are the commonly using interfaces. We should aware on this. So this lambda expressions and the functional interface are basic things we will use in streams. If we aware these two topics means streams are very easy to analyze. So it's like a foundation for streams. So predicate is nothing but will take one input, takes one input and return boolean value. Boolean value, what is the boolean value here?
True or false?
True or false, correct. So we did some examples here now. For example, I created calculator, message, now functional interface example. These all are the user defined interfaces. So custom interfaces we are defining based on our requirement, we are defining. So these are the Java will provide for us. Predicate interface, then supplier. This is mostly we will use for predicate we will use for conditional check. Conditional check. So supplier. So the name itself it is suggesting supplier. It is supplying something. So it will not take any input. No input, but it will produce the result and return the result. Returns the. So this will return based on your data type. For example, if you have string means it will return that string. Integer means integer. So, but it won't take any input. Like no parameters. We are not going to pass any parameters. Here we will pass one parameter and it will return that true or false condition boolean value. So supplier consumer. Consumer means it will consume. Supplier means it is producing. It is consuming here. So it will take input consumer means, but it doesn't return a result. Takes input and no return. So next one. What happened? Okay, I will type again. So it will takes input and no return. We will see practically these things how it will work. Next function. So function will take input and it will produce as a result also. So takes one input and produces a result. So it will have like two parameters. Similarly, it will have two parameters. We will provide in generics these things. I will show you. Whatever the data type we are providing, that same thing it will. So this is similar. By function means it will take two inputs. Two inputs. By means two inputs it will take and it will produce the result. Return the result. So consumer, what is the definition for consumer? It will take inputs but no return. So here also it will take two inputs but no return. So each interface have abstract methods. We will invoke that methods, then we will check. So these are the built-in interfaces Java will provide. We are not going to define this one. If we want any interface means we are going to create a custom interfaces. So we will see the example for each one. First, I'm going to new interface. So here we are going to create interfaces. No need. Why? Because we are going to use now predefined interfaces. New class. So for predicate example, I am giving predicate class name. I am giving as a predicate example. So I'm using main method here. So predicate. You can see here predicate. I will open this one. So this comes under package Java util functions. Here is the this will comes under Java util. So I'm checking library. I will show you. So this is coming under Java base library and Java util function. You can see here how many predefined interfaces are there: by consumer, by function, binary operator, by predicate, boolean, supplier, consumer. So you can see how many we have. So now we are in predicate. Supplier. So these many we have. We are not going to discuss everything. We are going to discuss most commonly using interfaces. So you can see here, this is the functional interface. Name is the predicate. This here, this input we are going to provide. So you can open and you can read this Java doc. You may get some idea. The type of the input to the predicate. See here, T is the param. The type of the input to the predicate. When this is introduced since in Java 8 1.8. So functional interface, what is the rule for functional interface? It will have only one abstract method. So this is the abstract method and it will return the boolean value and it will take one input. You can see here input. So return type is boolean. So this is the and method. Method name is and default method. So another method, default method. Default method or is equal static method. Static method. So one abstract method, multiple default and static methods. So we can create a n number of methods, default and static method, but abstract method should be one. Now we will check this one. So predicate equal to, here we need to pass one parameter. So lambda expression, what it is expecting. So method signature doesn't match something. Missing type T. Here just I will give integer. So it will have return. So now it is invoking that particular method only. So before that, what we are going to do using this one, we will check even or odd number. So, given number. So our requirement is given number is even or not. So here for this program, I will show you how we are going to develop this program in normal Java and with the predicate interface. So first we will check that one, then we will use this predicate. So I am creating one method here, public boolean. Why boolean? To check that number is a even or not, is even. So I will pass the parameter int n. So method body, here it is expecting return statements. What is the logic for even number? We are going to check means if logic for even number, n modulus divided by
2
2
equal to 0.
equal to 0 means
Zero.
that number we can
Even.
consider as a
Even.
even. So return true. That number is remainder is 0 means while divisible with 2, the number is 0 means it is a even. Return true. Otherwise false. So is it will work. We will check in main method. We will call this one. How we can call? Directly I can able to call. So you forget this one. We will explain this one.
We need to create the object, sir.
So by using class name, we can create a object equal to new predicate. So by using this object reference, we can call is even. For example, 10 I am giving. Now it will show in console for me. It will show or not output. It won't show because inside the sysout I will call means then it will show. So run as a show true because 10 is divisible by 2 and it will become remainder 0. Run as Java application false. So this block of method is working. So in interviews, if they ask anything means you can work in this way. Create a method and you can create an object separately. You can call that method. Then they will think like he's a real time, because in real time mostly we are going to create a methods wherever we require we will call those methods. So now this is before Java 8 we are doing in this way. Now by using predicate interface we can achieve this one within a single line or 2 lines of code. So we are passing one parameter here and then same logic. Logic is same. We instead of a method we will provide there. So what we will do here? Can you tell me that one? How I will write that? So logic also there. How can I write here? Simple only. This parameter I am passing. This one n here also I am passing same n percent. So 2 equal to 0. So this condition will return. Now how can I test that one? By using this reference dot we can call that a test method. So here this t is nothing but this one, where what is the data type we are passing here, that t input. So 10. Oh, before in Java 8. So here this will print directly in output console.
Need to use this out, sir.
Here also required. So run as a Java application. So this is true. Now you can see here how many lines of code it is reduced. So this method we manually created and it is checking. By using this predefined interface, already this is how this method, and just we are in the inside the lambda we are implementing our logic and we are testing. So it is completed within one line. This one, how many lines? From 19 to 24. Using Java 8. So is it clear? Predicate. Have any doubts here? So yesterday we did we are defining interfaces, custom interfaces. Then we are invoking with the help of a lambda expression. Now we are we did by using the predefined interface. So practice this one. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. I will provide in chat. So can I go next one?
Sir.
So our next one is the supplier. So here we discussed it is taking one input. So previously we are passing integer. Integer is the input and we are checking that number is even or not. True or false it will return. So supplier what? It won't take any input and it will returns the result. So I will create one more class here. Supplier example. Main method I am using. So for supplier, do you know this Fibonacci series? Logic for Fibonacci series what? First I will add Fibonacci series here. So 0, 1, then next number will be the 0 plus 1, 1, then 1 plus 1, 2. So it will add these two numbers, then third number will be the sum of these two numbers. So next it will add these two numbers, then the result is the sum of these two numbers. Similarly, next number what? Fibonacci series 3, then 2 plus 3, 5, then 3 plus 5, 8, 8 plus 5, 13. So here how we are going to do with the help of a supplier. First I will open supplier interface. So supplier. So here you can see we are not passing any parameter. It won't take any input. So this interface have only get method. So this return type is whatever we are passing return type here, that will return. So now our return type will be the integer only. So we are working with the Fibonacci series. So in generics, we need to pass wrapper classes, not the small data types. Int, long, small letters are there. We should not pass. Generic will not accept. Already in collections, you know that one. So here I am creating reference name. For reference name, supplier, then equal to lambda expression. So for lambda expression, here we will get multiple statements. Then I need so here we don't have any input. That abstract method not having any input, but that method will return. Correct? Add return statement. So that method will return integer. That value we need to return here. So first, how we can develop our logic here. First, we know the first number. Then second number will be the sum of two numbers. So we will define here. So first we will check here. Outside this method, I will define one variable like int previous number. Previous number equal to 0. Then current number. This is the current number. This two we know first. Then sum of these two is the result. That is the third number. Like that, similarly, it will go vice versa. So int current number equal to 1. Now I need to calculate a next number. So this number I need to calculate. This number is the sum of these two. Int next number equal to previous number plus current number. So you people can try with the normal one, and then you can use this supplier interface. Then you can see the difference. Here I am only teaching with the supplier interface. So previously we did predicate interface. So you can practice a normal one as well as the with the interface, supplier interface. So next number we will get here. Then once we are getting next number, now we need to change the previous number because initially the previous number is 0. Now the previous number will be the this number. This number is nothing but what? Current number. Correct? Yes or no? So next number we are getting. Now for this next number, the previous number will become this one. So previous number equal to current number. Then current number also will change. No? Local variable need to enclosing must be final or effective final. Wait, I will add this one class level. So static. No issue. So previous number, initially this one, once it is adding next number, it is generating next number, then the previous number need to change. So previous number equal to now current number. Then current number will be the next number. So current number equal to next number. Now we need to return which number here? Previous number we need to return. We'll see why we need to return. Then here we are not passing anything, any input we are not passing. Then how it will generate the Fibonacci series? So for example, I need for 10 numbers. So first 10 numbers of the Fibonacci series means I will use here for loop int I equal to for loop syntax what? For loop syntax. Initialization first
Increment.
Initialization, condition, and
Condition
increment and
increment.
decrement.
So condition I less than 10 and then increment. So Fibonacci series, did you not practice normal Java program?
Yes, practiced, sir.
Then that is only, no, I am not teaching any new thing. That logic only I am explaining here. So here we will call this method and it will iterate that it will loop 10 times, then it will generate that Fibonacci series. Dot get method I am calling. So now we will test this one, run as so first 10 numbers of the Fibonacci series. So here we are using less than. If you are equal to means then it will have another number also it will generate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 only. If you are using equal condition means then it will generate 10 numbers. So here you can see I am returning previous number. So next number it is generating every time I am returning previous number. If I am returning to current number means then Fibonacci series will generate or not, you check. Run as see it is wrongly generating. So once it is calculated next number we need a previous number. First initial number we need. For that reason we are returning because it need initial number, then initial number plus current number it need to add for next numbers. Understood why we are returning previous number? So this is the example. You can practice with the normal Java and as well as this one. So in interviews, if they ask to write the Fibonacci series means you can do with this supplier. Then he may get impressed. So these Java features are important in interview point also as well as in real time also. This predicate and supplier, this predefined interfaces we are using in streams. Well, streams, I will tell you in which method we are calling these things. So the next one, consumer. So for consumer, I will give example later. First I will give for function. So consumer, I will take one real time example. For function, I will give some simple example. Function example. Someone joined admitted. Okay. So for function, what is the function I define here? Definition of the function. It takes one input and it will produce as a result. So function interface, you see here, I will open this functional interface. Here you see T is the type of the input of the function, R is the result of the function. Function argument, R is the return type. T is the input. You can also see here. So this one have this functional interface have two default methods, one static method. So we will use this method and then we will return the result. So first we need to pass the our data types here. Here I am using string. My return type also string. So function equal to lambda expression. So function have one input. So I will pass that input. Here I am providing, for example, name. String I am using now, name. So for name dot string methods I am using. Two uppercase or two lowercase. So if it is a single line statements, no need the curly braces. So now I will call that method function dot which method, that is apply. This is the abstract method. So abstract method. Now I am giving that name. For example, I am giving Java. So I will add here sysout. So this here in the lambda expression, we return our logic. We are calling this method, then our logic is here. Then once you are calling, then it will, this name will go here, this parameter, then this name dot to uppercase. So here we are reusing the methods. We are not defining any new methods. Apply method. Previously we called get method here. Predicate. Predicate we have which method? Text test method. So built-in methods we are reusing. We are not defining any new functional interfaces. So it is changed to Java, capital letter, to uppercase we mentioned. So similarly, we can practice with some other examples. This one. So the next one, consumer. Up to here, do you have any doubts? Three functional interface we covered. Everyone, are you there?
No, sir. Clear, sir.
So I have small doubts.
Okay.
So recently you explained that functional interface, functional.
Function. Okay.
Yeah, in this function is only to make the string uppercase or else
So
anything else.
depends on our requirement. We can do. For example, I will pass here integer. Okay. I will pass integer. Then my return type should be the integer only. The conversion problem will come, na? Casting.
Yes, yes, yes.
So mostly we will use same data types here. So wrapper classes, it will
You
allow
show,
only, generics will allow only wrapper classes.
can you show one example for integer class?
Integer, okay. For example, I am giving integer. So here first you need to analyze your requirement, whatever it is. So here my requirement was what? I will pass one input that is name or anything, string input. I need to convert to uppercase. Here for integer, what I am going to do, I will take that number, I will multiply with other number, or I will add with other number, like that I will do. So here number into 100, then I will call that method. So depends on the requirement we have to use. We need to think as a developer, we need to think which method I can use. So once you practice these things, you can feel these things are easy. But if you are not practicing, you will forget everything. For example, I am multiplying with the 10, 10 is so 1000. Similarly, you can practice a different example, some real time example. This is a given very simple problem. So next I will give you for consumer one real time one. Is it clear?
I got it, sir. Thank you, sir.
Then next consumer. Consumer example. So what is the definition of the consumer?
Take input and no return, sir.
Will take input and it will not return. You can see here void accept method name is accept. So here this t is the input for that. So I will create one real-time object. I'm creating order class. So I will take the orders only. New class order. Class name is order. This class I will add three variable attributes. So private encapsulation here. How we are creating encapsulation, private field public getter setters. Private int order ID. So variable this name should be camel case. Private string order by. Private double amount. So order amount something. Then private fields source generate select all. It will select both. If you only select getters means it will generate getters. Setters means setters. So this is the encapsulation. So here I will pass that input is the order. So order lambda expression So here we need to pass that object. Now order. So name I given O. Order. What I will do, O dot. Here we don't have any return type, void. Just I am using sysouts here. O dot get order ID. Similarly, get order by get amount. Now, by using this reference, I will call this accept method. So in a accept, what is our input? I need to pass a order. How can I pass the order here? I need the input. So order equal to new order. So we can set the value by using setter methods, or we can create the constructor means we can set here itself. So one example I will show with order dot set order ID 1. Order dot set order by. Can anyone tell your name?
Sen Khan, sir.
Say no. Say IN, correct?
Yes, sir.
Here by amount, order amount, set amount, not a string, double. For example, 1,000 rupees. So here I will pass my input. Understood this one? So this is the order is the object, real time object, and here I am providing the values for that order. Have the order ID, order by, order amount. Now we will execute and check this one, run as a. So it is working as expected. So no return type here. Only it will consume. Input only it will take. It won't return anything. Here with the help of sysout we are printing. Normally that method, this method not have any return type. So with the help of constructor, just right click, source, generate constructor using field. So this is not required. That super method is the object class method. For in Java, what is the parent class for everything? Object. Object class is the parent class. Now you see here why this one error, why this error? Can anyone? Constructor completed now for you already. Any idea on this? Why this we got error? No idea. So previously we don't have constructor. That time what JVM will take care, it will create the default constructor. It will provide the default constructor for us. Now we defined one constructor here. Now JVM will not provide the default constructor. If you want that constructor without parameters, So we need to define manually. Previously, you don't have any constructor, JVM will provide. If you are providing any constructor, it won't provide. Now you can see here, no error. So you can practice in this way. Then you will remember it a longer period. Make some mistake, then why that mistake came, you learn in this way. Now with the constructor order, I will. So previously we are setting with the help of setter methods. Now I will add here itself in the constructor. Now you can see the purpose of the constructor also. So any other name? No one is there. 18, 17 members are there. He leaves Rajan. Ranesh. So you can practice all these things. And for you, the yesterday homework is completed. So this two you can do. Similarly, we have by predicate also. That one also you can do homework. Here also it will take two inputs and it will return Boolean value. So these three you can do homework by consumer, by predicate, by function. So two inputs we need to pass. Previously I did with the single inputs. These are with the single inputs. So I will give you these things also. Tomorrow we can meet. Order class also you want?